Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by John Parthenios, the bassist for the Montreal hardcore band Shutaway. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! Well, what's going on, caffeinated crew? Today, I'm joined by John, bassist of Shutaway. They're from Montreal. They're friends of mine. They also rip, so it's not like was it nepotism? It's not nepotism. They're a legitimately good band, okay? But on the podcast this evening, John, how are you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad that you seem to be slightly recovered from this weekend because we had a busy one.
We did. Everyone did.
Everybody did. If you were in the Montreal area. So you guys released your EP. You did the EP release show on Friday night, which was a hell of a show.
Yeah, it was fucking sick. Yeah, it was like a bit stressful, like in the lead up. Like, with the venue that we ended up getting and whatever. But no, fuck, it worked out. Like it was like a fairy tale ending.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was crazy too. Like the lineup was just so great. I was bummed because I had to miss Offside coming from playing a show, but I made it in time for the end of Rust set, which I was really trying to make.
You know what? Like every single band on Friday was fucking sick. Even like I speak to Scotty from Offside a little bit, and I met him when we played our first show with Prowl, and he's like, instantly, I was like, man, that guy's such a sick dude. And then we were originally supposed to have Scaramanga on the bill, but they played with Drain on Sunday, so that was fucking cool. Yeah. And then when we were talking about who else we could get on there, I remembered Scotty, and I was like, man, we got to get fucking Offside on there. So I'm glad they could do it, and they fucking smashed it. So
yeah, apparently they have an EP coming out soon too, which is going to be sick.
Yeah, and all their merch is sick.
It's like the best, like I don't even know, like New York hardcore. Because they remind me so much of like New York hardcore, but like in Montreal. Yeah. So I love that band. And I've gotten to talk to Scott a few times. We're scheduling an episode soon.
Oh, so, sick. Fuck yeah.
Very excited to have him on.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely going to listen to that.
But yeah, between Friday with you guys and then Drain on Sunday. Drain, that was one of the craziest shows, hands down, I've been to in Montreal. Like, insane.
Those guys are like, it was fucking chaotic. Fucking bunch of LA dudes fucking ripping. It was sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
No, I was like, we were like at one stage because we played Montreal and then we played Hamilton and we're on our way back, and it was just like, oh man, this is like way too much. But we all did it anyway, and it was fucking sick. So
yeah, shout out Scaramanga for
fucking smashed it,
ripping it opening the show.
Yeah, man. Every time we see those guys, they get better and better.
It's true. Every set is tighter than the last. So, and I love Jeremy on vocals. He's
me too.
Such a nice guy. So it's fun. That was a fun night.
Man. Yeah, a bunch of good dudes. And Jeremy's sick. I love talking to that guy. I see him like every time I see him at a show. He's just always down. So
he's either going to be talking or kicking. It's one of the other.
Yeah. He's a mosh lord for sure.
He is. He'll run the pit up on you.
Yeah.
That's fun. Let's talk about some coffee. Are you drinking anything?
I'm drinking like a blackberry water thing to like soothe my stomach a little bit.
Nice.
No. But usually I'm always down for a coffee. I love it.
I know that you're a mocha guy.
Yeah. And I do love a cold brew every now and then as well, but And your cold brew that you gave me at the Church of Hardcore Fest was epic.
Dude, I am usually not a cold brew person. Full disclosure. I like the iced pour over style of iced coffee, but that cold brew that Daniel like hooked up for, because I was using Balance, so he put like a custom kind of cold brew blend together for beans and breakdowns.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I think he was using a special like micro lot coffee for it, like a bit to add some of like a fruity kind of taste to it.
Yeah. That was a winning fucking combo. That one, I like it.
Yeah, it was. I got so much good feedback from it too. So Daniel, if you're listening, thank you for the beans and breakdowns signature cold brew blend. Hopefully, we'll get to put some more out of that. Out soon.
Yeah.
Well, I am drinking a coffee that I picked up from what I believe is your favorite shop. But they were selling coffee from one of my favorite shops.
Ooh.
And its structure, it's their Kalico Women's Coffee. It's a co-op in Burundi. It's all woman run, which is always very cool to see.
That is very cool. 100%.
And it's got some notes of like apple pie and some cane sugar, and it's washed. It's super good.
Yeah.
Love it.
You got that from Cafe and Gamba, yeah?
I did, from your homies over there.
Yeah. Shout out Dom from Cafe and Gamba on Park Avenue.
So does he run both locations or?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. Park Avenue and St. Viator. And I think, it's just only two of them. Very, very good shop.
The first time I had been was when we met there, like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I had always thought, because I don't know why, but I whenever I check coffee shops, I'm very judgmental on like how it looks on maps.
Oh yeah.
And so I hadn't noticed how good the latte art looks like on their pictures, but it just was one of those where it was like, oh, well, I'll just go to the Standard, or I'll just go to I think there's Pistas over there too, and there's like a couple of others. But Cafe and Gamba is a great shop.
I'm pretty sure they just they refit it before summer 2021. They redid the whole inside.
Okay.
And it looks a lot there. They've done a great job. So
it's not what I expected at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know what the Google images are on it still. I don't know. Maybe it is the old one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I had this like misconception of what it was, but when I dug more into it before I went over there, I was like, oh no, this is like a great shop. And then they have like a little boutique where you can buy brewing equipment. You can buy different coffees from like Montreal, Ontario. They even had Counterculture, which struck home with me. It's one of my favorite roasters from back in the day. So I was super excited when I got there. I was like, wow, this is like a legit third wave shop. This is great.
Yeah. Also, Myriad is another good one. My wife tends to go to Myriad a lot. Kat, she's always down for a Myriad coffee on a Saturday morning. They do good stuff, and she actually brings she gets I think it's the Brazilian labeled packet from Myriad. That's her home coffee of choice. So, shout out to Myriad.
I had one from them recently. It was a Shakizo, like an Ethiopian coffee. Good Lord. It was so good.
Yeah, fuck.
I love Myriad.
Their cold coffees are good too, like iced coffees and stuff. And they're pretty reasonable priced. Yeah. Reasonably priced, sorry.
Yeah. They roast out of some people know it as Dreamy, but the Canadian Roasting Society is like where Dreamy is. But they roast out of there. I think some of the people that started Myriad also helped start the Roasting Society. So it was like a natural progression for them to kind of start roasting out of there. But I think their quality has gone way up since they started doing their own coffee and moved away from like 49th. They used to do 49th Parallel. So I'm a big Myriad fan.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Good stuff. Good coffee.
Well, cheers to your blueberry
Cheers, man.
replenishment.
Yeah, it's on.
So clearly you're not from Montreal.
How'd you guess?
Why'd you pick Montreal? What brought you here?
My wife, Kat, picked Montreal, actually. She's a huge Habs fan. And, like, she'd be watching games back home all the time at work and whatever. Between what she was doing, she'd always have two screens and have the game on in the background. And her boss was cool with that. And then one of her friends did the move from Sydney to Canada. I think she moved to Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
And before she'd moved, she kind of mentioned it to Kat. And we'd always been talking about the idea of moving to and working in another country for a little while. And that kind of fell behind as we were we were getting older and doing other things and whatever. And then I think Canada extended their age limit for the work permit to 35. And we were in our almost, I think I was 33 at the time, and Kat was 32. So she was like, let's fucking do it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't speak French. And it was a very a big move for us, but everything worked out as soon as we got here. Like, we got here September 2019. I got a job. I'm a butcher by trade. I got a job in 4 days,
mm-hmm.
which is crazy. I work at Chez Vito. I've been there for 3 years now, and they've done they really look after me well and done some good stuff for me. So I really appreciate it. But then, Kat got a job relatively quick, and we were going to. I think on the third night we were here, we'd gone to a Habs preseason game, which Kat's boss back in Sydney got her tickets for.
That's amazing.
And on the same night, there was agnostic front at Foofs. So we left the Habs game early, jumped in an Uber to Foofs, and we got there just as agnostic front got on, and it was fucking crazy, man.
What a night, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was pretty sick. And that was the first time we'd been there as well at the Fondalytics. Fucking epic start to a move, and then fucking COVID happened.
Yeah.
It just fucking fisted everyone.
So being a butcher by trade.
Yeah.
What would be your if somebody was like, I need a tip, I'm going to start going to the butcher or ordering stuff, what would be your number one tip for people to not get lost in the proverbial meat sauce?
Like what I would suggest them to get?
Yeah, like if it's like steak, I guess let's go towards beef.
If you're going to come to Chez Vito, to my work, it's on the corner of St. Urban and Fairmont.
Go find him and fight him.
Yeah, come fight me. And no, honestly, man, we like our beef. We get a lot of AAA Black Angus stuff, prime, and man, you got to hit a rib steak from us.
Damn.
Or like a really nice New York strip, or in French it's a côte de bœuf or a contre-filet.
A contre-filet, I just got one.
Yeah,
literally just got one before we got on.
Oh, nice. Where from?
So my local butcher, which this is like not a common thing. From what I am used to in the States, like you have to drive and you don't usually go to like a local butcher. You go to like your grocery store has like a butcher in it. But here, my local I just started going is Boucherie de Faubourg.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Yep.
Yeah. And the guys there,
I know the place.
They take really good care of you. It's like a super small place, but they've got an amazing selection of meat, and really nice staff. So I haven't had a bad steak yet.
Well, that's everything you need. That's everything you want. Yeah, 100%.
If I lived closer to Milan, I'd go to Chez Vito, though. I know that's the spot.
Yeah, man, they've been in business for over 30 years. Luca and Tino. And then you got Luca's daughter, Mariella, and then my homie, Massimo. Good team. Good people. Yeah.
What's your go-to steak? What do
Mine?
You make?
I can't go past the good New York strip Contefide. Or if we get it, I really love Picanha, which is the rump cap. I think in North America they call it a tri-tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, when you get that really nice, good grade quality, it's fucking epic.
Tri-tip, they'll also smoke it in some places. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really popular in Brazilian barbecue as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's back home we have a place called Brasa, not the porn site. For all you dirty fuckers out there. No, it's called Brasa, and they come past and they cut the meat onto your plate with this like big fucking machete. And it's epic.
They've got a chain of that in the States as well. Like a bunch of the big cities have what the fuck is it called? It's called like something de Fuego. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it's like a Brazilian steakhouse where they like, you have a card and when it's green, they come and cut you. And
exactly the same deal. Yeah.
So we go to Brazil and it's like a quarter of the price.
Yeah. Yeah. Be cheap as shit over there.
So you play bass in a band called Shutaway.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all are good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, man.
No, I very much enjoy seeing you guys live. I very much enjoy the new EP, Severity.
Sick.
It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you, man.
So how'd you guys get started? Like, how did that come to be?
I'll try and like not go too crazy with it, but I met Gab, our drummer, when we first moved here. He plays in another band called Sudden Waves, which are fucking sick.
They're great.
Yeah, all good dudes. I went to see them. They were opening for Obey the Brave at Club Soda. And I went to go buy a Sudden Wave shirt, and Gab was doing the merch. And we were just talking for a little bit. And because I'm a huge fan of Miguel, the bass player, is a tattooer. And he was kind of like a bucket list tattooer for me back home. I've been following. Plus, like, he's been in some sick bands over here, like Blind Witness and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met Gab there, and we were chatting and watched them play, whatever, got a T-shirt. And then I didn't think it was ever going to go anywhere. And like, I think like a day later, I opened up my Facebook and he'd added me on Facebook. And then we never got to hang out at all because, I didn't want to bother him or anything like that. I can get a bit shy sometimes. And then during COVID, this guy is like the meme lord of meme lords. So, you're feeling like shit, everything sucks, and then you open up Instagram and there's Gab's just posted like 15 of the fucking best memes on the planet, and it instantly like makes you feel better. So So anyway, we hung out after the first big lockdown for the first time, and we got along great, hung out some more and whatever, and then I hit him up. I was going to start another band, and I hit him up looking for a vocalist. And he was like, I knew for a while he'd been looking to start a heavier band as like a little side project. And when I asked him, he was like, oh, well, my new band needs a bass player, so you should just come and do that. And I was like, sure, sounds good. So at the time, he'd already rounded up John from Fake Friends and Nick, who played kind of like similar situation to me. We hadn't played in bands for like 10 years. And Gab and Nick worked together at Messerem, and he knew he was a vocalist. So he was just like, come and hang out and let's do this together. And yeah, that's how it started. I
had no idea that they worked at Messerem.
Yeah, well, I think Nick's like a manager, like one of the managers there now. He's been him and his girlfriend Emily been there for a while, and that's a great place. Really cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Anyway, yeah. So that's how it started, and just kind of it came together quite quickly, man. We all have the same kind of idea, and it's probably the first band I've been in where everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's worked out so well, because we just like, John will just come up with a riff So basically, like John and Gab will kind of start it, and then I'll throw like a little bit of fucking salt and pepper on there or whatever. And Nick does his things with the vocals, which he fucking does really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I'll have an idea or something, and we'll run with it, and or I'll throw a riff in there or whatever. And yeah, it's such a man. It's a good combo. The four of us. It's fucking really good. We're very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like y'all jumped on the scene very quickly because y'all's first show was 3 months ago, wasn't it? No, it was Prowl, wasn't it? It was the Prowl show.
It was the Prowl record release
in July.
Yeah, end of July. Yeah, it was like towards the end of July.
Yeah, and
that was like, yeah, that was crazy.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But I was stoked on you guys, and Scaramanga played their first show that night as well.
Yeah, both of us did. Yeah.
Which was really fun to see some of these, like, out of COVID comes these awesome hardcore bands. You know, Desecrate was one of the first ones to kind of pop in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess Category 514 was in that kind of first tier of bands that came out, and now it's like you guys, Scaramanga, Scorching Tomb kind of popped out in between Deadbolt. Oh man.
Yeah.
I love Deadbolt.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Prowl's back on the scene too, because they did their LP release after taking a couple of years.
And it's fucking good.
Mm-hmm. Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, that's one of my gym jams.
Gym jams.
I love it. Yeah, gym jams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to Max was talking to a podcast recently. Yeah. He's like, it just all the songs feel like you're going to battle.
Yeah, 100%. Even the art, like I suppose, like I remember when the flyer for that show was like that looked like a fucking battle flyer.
Yeah. It was like, Prowl's a death metal band now. This is sick. Like, no, they're not, but yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun. But
yeah, it was a fun night.
Going from their EP release and what's like 3 months later, you guys are putting out your EP.
Yeah.
Severity.
Yeah.
With videos.
Oh yeah, man. Gab is like, he's a machine with that shit. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. Like he has like a vision, and he just smashes it. And yeah, so we had the first video for Ecstasy, and then we had a live video for Defeated, and then we just done the video for Meltdown with our friend JD, who's very talented as well, and he helped out. Him and Gab worked together on that one, and we just basically had a whole bunch of like just people from the scene just come and hang out and have a mosh and shout some gang vocals and whatever, and it turned out great.
It was fun.
I think that's it seems to be everyone's favorite.
Watching it was cool because like if you're in the scene, then you know all those people. Like I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
this is weird. This just looks like it happened at a show, but
yeah,
I loved watching that video specifically because there were points of it where it's like this seems more like it was fun and funny than it was like trying to be like a hard kind of thing. But then even in there, like, you know, Nick is like pushing people and stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, like we were trying. I fucking couldn't stop laughing the whole time. So like, I'm pretty sure you can see the video. Like, I'm pushing someone and I'm just laughing as well. I'm like, oh fuck, man, what? You don't have to be fucking tough. You just fucking have fun, you know. Like, it was a fun day.
I regret not being able to make that, but after when it came out, I was like, oh man, I totally should have just canceled whatever I was doing and gone because it looks so fun.
Well, maybe we can just do another one and you can go to that one.
Fine.
Fine, I will.
We'll do 8 videos. No,
let's do. Yeah, it's going that way.
That's why I was talking to Toma the other day, and because their Desecrate has some stuff in the works, and he was like, Gab's already asking us to do a video.
Yeah.
And we're like, I don't know, like we might do it, but it's like Gab's like making us do a video. So when
Dude,
you
they
say,
should, man.
yeah,
Like those guys are fucking like, yeah, they're a sick band, really good dudes, and like, man, can you imagine them in like a sick production music video?
it'd be sick.
Fuck,
The
yeah,
two they have out where it's literally just like them walking and like show footage is
yeah.
is
Gab
sick.
did that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But man, yeah, if Gab gets a hold of that, he's going to make it good.
Yeah.
And I've heard a quick snippet of their EP, and cunts don't know what they're in for.
No, they literally have no idea.
No.
I heard it off of a phone speaker, and I wanted to punch somebody. So
yeah. No, good band.
that EP release show is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you better protect your neck on that one because
Yeah.
people will be out for blood.
Yeah, man. They killed it as well at our EP release show. They always do, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think the best one I saw them play was the Scorching Tomb release show. That was fucking chaos, man.
That was packed too. That show, I was so surprised at how packed it was.
Yeah. Another good band, Scorching Tomb. We actually share our rehearsal space with those guys now. And yeah, fuck, they're always fun to chat to and hang out. Phil's we went to Stick to Your Guns and Kublai Khan with Phil. Smashed a couple of beers, had a good time. Yeah.
Montreal's been on, I mean, it feels like the scene has just been going crazy right now.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm not going to get too much into detail with the Australian scene, but because I've been out of it for so long. But the one thing I really love about the Montreal one is every band's getting a shot. Like, there's plenty of fucking shows going around, and everyone's like putting out good stuff, and everyone's getting a shot, and everyone's having a decent dig. You know, it's good to see like everyone really fucking doing their best. You know, I like it.
I like that the core of people that you see at a lot of local shows too, and sometimes like bigger ones, they're like backing up everybody. So you go to a show, all the merch you're seeing is local Montreal merch.
Yeah, like you rarely see someone in like a Terror shirt. Like everyone's always got like fucking Scaramanga, Deadbolt, Offside, Desecrate. Yeah, they put out sick merch too. I actually just got the yellow hoodie from Toma the other day.
I'm trying to get all black.
Sick. That's another hard one.
Yeah.
But fuck man, every band is just fucking doing well. I love it. Yeah,
it's sick. Montreal hardcore is in like a great place. And all the shows I've been going to. I mean, like I said, that Drain show that happened, even though it was a bigger show, I mean, it was like a small venue. So I was like, man, I wonder how this is going to go. I'm sure a lot of people from out of town were there, but I you know, when people come in from out of town, and it's kind of that weird crossover sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was no fighting that happened.
No.
I didn't see anybody get injured, which is always good. But everybody seemed to just be having a great time.
Yeah.
And so it was fun to see that. It's fun to see like even at a bigger show, everybody can have a great time and get along and like
100%.
Yeah, just mosh and kick each other and
wear a shark hat.
Dude,
that was fucking cool.
Stage dive with a boogie board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some videos that I've been like just going back and watching that I'm laughing my ass off at some of them because it's just the most ridiculous moshing.
Oh yeah.
With like
I have
with a shark hat.
Oh yeah, man! Every time I saw it, like I couldn't stop laughing. I actually have I have the intro to their set on my phone, and the singer's like he's fucking around with the mic stand, or he's trying to like get rid of it or adjust it or something, and then like this is during the first song, and he ends up just picking it up and just fucking throwing it into the crowd. And I was like, oh. Better watch out. Someone's getting the fucking mic stand in the teeth.
I didn't see the mic stand go airborne, but I saw it make it back on stage. I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
So now that that's been explained to me, I was like, oh, I understand now. It was fun. So many stage dives.
Yeah, man, it's a sick show. Yeah, a lot. Actually, they gave us a shout out as well. I was fucking like, I was pretty chuffed with that.
That was sick.
To be honest. Yeah, I was like, what? It was fucking cool, man. Yeah, fuck, great. Yeah, we spoke to them afterwards. Really nice guys.
And you guys had just gotten back from Hamilton playing the Kill Room.
Yeah, fuck.
Which I heard was crazy too.
Man, so we'd been talking with so when Gavel from Ontario, they came and played the Bridge show back in August, and they fucking smashed it, and Gab was doing photos for them, and we'd been in contact with them ever since, and we were like, you know what, we need to get them on our EP release. And I think they wanted to bring Rust with them as well. And anyway, like, we ended up sort of becoming friends on Instagram with everyone. And man, Rust, that whole band is like, when we got to the venue on Friday for our EP release, they were all there already. And it was like instant fucking bro time, man. Because Rob, he's a dad ball. He's another meme guy. Mm-hmm. And all day, man, I'm just fucking laughing. But yeah, like they're a great band. Like Rob, Tommy, Dylan, and Rick, fucking tight. Gavel really killed it as well. But anyway, in Hamilton, that was probably one of the most chaotic live like local shows I've ever been to. That was fucking insane.
I've heard stories of that venue specifically, but I know that Hamilton has a tendency to pop off.
Yeah, it was insane. Shout out to Alan and Steel City Hardcore and Gavel and Russ for getting us on that. But that was that was a sick show for us. Like, good crowd, good energy. Yeah, man. Like, it was kind of, I mean, look, everyone was telling us it was going to be sick, but we weren't expecting anything like that. I'm sure like people have seen videos and stuff on Instagram already, mm-hmm. or whatever. And yeah, fuck, man, that was epic. We can't wait to do it again. We actually have there's something in the works with Gavel and Rust and Shutaway, which might be happening next year.
Like shows?
Yeah. So it's in the works.
Get the visas, man. Take it to the States.
Yeah. That's
fun.
Yeah, man, that's the goal. That's the main goal anyway.
Anybody listening, get these bands on LDB.
Yeah, let's go. Nah, fuck, honestly, but like those two bands as well, like I couldn't think of anyone else better to tour with as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when we were leaving, like we were getting messages back and forth the next day. It's like, oh, fuck, we miss you guys already. And I got them all fucking into the typical Australian word, the cunt.
Oh, God.
And they're dropping it everywhere, man. I'm a bad influence. But even like a couple of times, like I was telling the guys before the show, I was like, because I'm doing the backup vocals now.
Yeah.
And I like having a bit of stage banter with the crowd and whatever. And I was like, do you reckon I can call them cunts?
You get
and
the
everyone's
pass.
like, man, yeah, like you said that last time.
Yeah.
And so I know, yeah, I was just like, oh, fuck it. So I was like, all right, cunts, open this shit up. Let's go. And yeah, they loved it. They were laughing, and yeah, they pitted hard. It was good.
That's it. It just takes you calling people a word that I don't think I'm legally allowed to say. But
when you guys say it, it sounds violent.
It's not a good word for us.
Nah, I mean you can say it, but like
you kind of have to soften it up.
I probably should stop.
I can't. Because I had a friend. We had a good friend that was from. He was from like outside of London, and he used to say, he explained it like how they use it in the UK. I'm like, I still can't bring myself to say it because it's like being from the States. It's the mother of all words.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you're gonna say it to someone, you better be ready to fight, I guess. Like that's what someone told me when we first moved here. They're like, man, if you call someone that, whew.
But like I know,
get ready.
I know, like in Australia and the UK, it's not. It's more of a. At times, it can be a term of endearment. You know what I mean? It's like
it is. You call your best mate that word.
yeah. So
So
I'm not upset about it.
I'm glad.
We need a little bit of culture, okay?
For sure.
Get your mind out of the gutter, you perverts. When's the last time you did a spin kick?
Me, I was actually lucky enough for Rob from Russ to lend me his gear on Saturday night. So I had a wireless system. So I went out in the crowd with my bass and started kicking.
Nice.
That was fun.
That was way more recent than I expected you to say.
Yeah, I'm definitely. And then also, I did it at the Bridge show as well. I was like, fuck, this is so much fun. There was so much room to move. So I was like, I'm just going to go in there and throw down. But yeah, that was the last time.
Okay.
It's not very good. I'm not very good at it.
It's not bad. Yeah, you don't have to be good. You just have to be confident.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, confidence is like a big thing. Like you just got to commit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like doing extreme sports. Moshing is an extreme sport. You just commit.
Yeah. If you commit, you're probably less likely to get hurt.
That's true in some instances. And in some instances, you commit too much. Too much sinned can wind you up in the hospital.
Yeah, or a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've both been there.
Yeah.
I'm still cautiously moshing with my right arm.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you throw a single arm since the Comeback Kid show.
Never again. Never again. Alex, Alex Weiss?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's I was moshing with him at that Comeback Kid show. And when my shoulder popped out, I remember one of my friends there at the time was like, oh, I fucking saw that. And it didn't look good at all. And so now every time I see Alex Weiss, he's like, man, what excuse have you got this time? Your shoulder hurts or whatever? I was like, man, I'm out. I'm finished. That was the end of it.
That show went off a lot crazier than I expected it to.
Yeah. Oh man, Comeback Kid in Turbo House is fucking.
And it was show 3, so it was like, oh, they're probably tired. Nope.
Yeah, no, they weren't tired.
No.
It's like when you play like a big football team or something, and you're like, they've been playing they've had like a couple of games before you guys, like, oh, they're tired, they're big, I'm sure it's going to be fine, and it's not okay.
It's not.
No, and that was the same instance with Comeback Kid. Yeah.
What's on the horizon for Shutaway? Give us the lowdown.
All right, so we just got a support slot for Death Before Dishonor from Boston.
Oh yeah,
which is fucking cool.
Yep.
That's good. That's at Foofs on Friday, the 11th of November, with our buddies in Scarfole and Northwalk. And then we have the Get the Shot record release show in Quebec City.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's going to be
fun.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, I've heard a lot about Quebec City. And they're a sick band too. The Hometown Heroes. So we're pretty excited for that one. And I think that's it for the year. Go out on a high note.
Is there's a second EP?
There is. We're going to start recording in December. With Dom and Max from CTOS.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom, who's in a Cryptopsy, and he also plays bass for the death metal band Ingested when they're in North America. He's at the Grid Studios. So we're going to do that again. Dom's going to mix and master everything again, and we've already got three finished, and we possibly might have 2 more.
Ooh,
yeah. So we can't wait to do that and get that out there, and hopefully that should be ready for February 2023.
Oh yeah, man, y'all are busy.
Yeah, man. No, we're trying to keep the momentum going. So we're very appreciative of everything so far. It's fucking very nice.
Well, I'm super stoked for you guys because aside from y'all being a kick-ass band, I consider y'all my friends, and it's awesome.
Same to you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
It's fun to see your friends do cool shit. So
thank you very much, man.
One last question before we go. But honestly, I'm happy that we got to do this without rain and cold and sickness.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Always loved talking to you.
Super excited for the things to come. And I mean, it's not like I'm not going to see you like in 2 weeks or something like that. So.
100%.
What's your favorite city for Beans and Breakdowns?
Oh, I'm going to say Sydney. Home sweet home. It's always good coffee. Got a good coffee culture in Australia.
Yeah, Gloria Jeans is pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, Gloria Jeans is fucking dirt, man. There's a lot of good coffee shops in Australia, and then so for the coffee, Sydney, and then we got a gang called Speed too,
dude.
So they're throwing down a lot of breakdowns at the moment.
That's another conversation that we won't have tonight, but yeah. I definitely love Speed.
Sydney hardcore is doing it. Doing it pretty good now as well.
We see you.
Yeah. We do.
Dope. What was your shop back in Sydney?
Oh man, I never really had like a permanent spot. There was like a Three Beans was really good, which is in the shopping mall that I worked at. Then you got there's a couple like right across the street from me. You know, to be honest, I've forgotten the names because I never frequent them too often because I just didn't have time.
Right.
I was always just going wherever was convenient, you know. But Three Beans was good. They did a really good 3 cheese toasty.
3 cheese toasty.
Yeah, which is a toasted sandwich or a grilled cheese, I guess you guys call it.
Yeah, we would call it a grilled cheese. But yeah.
Grilled cheese. Yeah.
Toasty. I like the word toasty. It's so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Three Beans. I'm going to say Three Beans.
Dope.
For that reason.
Dope. Well, John, I hope you have a great evening. Hope you feel better.
Thank you, buddy. Same to you.
Yeah, dude. We'll be getting some drinkies sometime soon.
100%. We keep talking about it. So let's do it.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
We'll take it easy.
You too, buddy.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to John for hanging out with me on the podcast. He's always so much fun to hang out with. I love talking to him. So having him on the podcast just felt right at home. Be sure to check out Shutaway. Their new EP, Severity, is out on all listening platforms. And you can also find their videos that correspond with the EP on YouTube. Go check it out now. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can also find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.